Great day to play, everybody! Welcome on into the channel.
Yeah.
Well, if you're first time here, or you are rejoining us, thank you for being here with us today. You are loved, appreciated, always welcome here, and you are...
Enough.
To the Hat Gang.
Huh?
Hat Gang.
Hat Gang.
Hat Gang.
Hat Gang.
Hat Gang.
Hat Gang.
Hat Gang. I didn't even really realize that until now, I don't know why.
No, we both had hats on?
We both had
I
hats on
immediately
today.
saw it when I walked in today. I was like, oh
Well,
no, he's doing the hat thing.
Because we always do something where we're like, well, our shirts somehow end up being the same, like something ends up being similar.
Yeah, Hat
Like
Gang.
chest popping a day.
Chest popping,
You know?
yeah. Stay chest popping though. That's
Stay
how
chest-
it goes. We stay chest popping.
Welcome on in, guys. This is our second video in our temporary space in our brand new studio. StreamStudios is going to be coming to all you guys soon. Music production studio. We got a photography studio going in here.
Yep.
We had 3 pallets of stuff get dropped off, and we got more coming.
Yes.
So we got a lot of stuff. We're under construction right now. We have to break out walls and put windows in and acoustically treat the space.
Very exciting.
But in that, we, with our podcasting space and with our new space and with the reviews and stuff that we're going to be doing, we needed to buy a bunch of cameras.
Yes.
And so we thought that it would be cool to just buy a couple of different cameras and kind of try each of them out, because it was kind of a chance for us to do that. Some of the cameras, we didn't need them to be as great as, you know, some of the more high market cameras on the market. For instance, the one camera that we're about to show everybody.
What is it called?
This one is another Lumix. And this one is the FZ80. Now, for this one I specifically bought it. The interesting thing about this camera is it does not have a removable lens.
That is interesting.
It just has a set lens in it. But it is a 4K camera. And so for our purposes, this was actually going to be and will be our camera where it will be the above shot for
shot that
our
you're seeing,
reaction.
right?
So what you're seeing
Here.
right now, that is our Sony a5100, that's actually going to be this camera. And so I figured for $260,
This?
$260 is what I picked up that for. I saw it ranging from about between $260 and $300
That is wild.
consistently. I was like, you know what? Let's give it a shot, because again, it's not like we're gonna ever be like, this is gonna go up on the ceiling and it's never gonna come down.
Yeah.
It's never gonna be touched. And so we didn't need to worry about lenses. We didn't need to worry about stuff like that. But what I'm really curious to see, now today's just an unboxing, but I am curious to see how well it does perform outside, and we'll get you some of that video here after we do the unboxing of it in another video. But and how it performs as a streaming cam.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very intrigued about this. What you're seeing right now is a Lumix G85. That is our main camera that we've been using for streaming. We did an unboxing of the Lumix G7, which is just a slightly older version of it. They were almost identical.
Yeah.
There's very, very few updates to that, but was a terrific deal. But I mean, again, the price difference between these cameras, you know, that one goes anywhere between about $800 to $1,000,
Yep.
G85. The G7 we've seen for about $700 to $800. We have a really great deal.
And this guy.
$260 to $300
Absolutely crazy. And now
for 4K.
in the camera space, Lumix doesn't get the credit that I feel like it deserves.
I agree.
Because, I mean, there's Canon, obviously. Sony made a play a few years back when the streaming stuff came around. They did a really good job. Lumix has been around forever. Panasonic Lumix has been around forever. And I think that they hold up with the other brands. It's just they don't get as much play.
Well, and especially when it comes to what we do, right? In the streaming universe specifically.
Yeah.
The cameras have to have a couple of things. One, that camera needs to be able to last more than a half an hour,
Yes.
right? A lot of cameras, they shut off 15, 20, 30 minutes. It has to be able to run indefinitely. You generally need a dummy battery for that, but it needs to be able to do that. 2, it needs to have clean HDMI,
Yeah.
which this claims to have, so it's not giving that output signal. And the third portion of that is it just needs to look like a halfway decent camera.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, so as long as it's checking out all those boxes, for $200, now, I want to put this in perspective. The Logitech Brio camera, which is like their 1080p webcam, runs around $170 to $200.
Okay.
For a webcam.
Right.
Like, I just want to put that out there. So for the multi-use purpose of this, I was so shocked, and I was like, we have to at least try it.
Yeah.
We have to at least try it.
Because you can't unplug your webcam and go outside with it.
No,
Right.
it's a webcam. And even though the Brio does look fairly good, and I'm sure we'll probably get a video of that at some point in time, it still is not that Christmas. You don't get the blurred background aspect, right? You don't kind of get the dimensions. You don't get the same type of lighting quality
Right.
in those cameras. And
Sharpness that comes through.
Right.
Yeah.
And when you're working with spaces spaces where we work at, like this space is actually completely dark right now, except for these, lighting does make a difference.
Right.
And that's where on those cameras you get a lot of noise.
Yes.
You know, a lot of graininess.
And they can only film at as high as whatever software that you have is running. So
correct.
If you're running OBS and if you're running OBS at 4K, we all know when you plug something into OBS, it doesn't look the way it looks when you just record it raw.
Right. So very excited to get into this. And also to put in perspective, the Sony a5100, I actually got that one on a super deal. It was an open box at Best Buy that I got for $350. That a5100 still runs between $500 and $600 today, and the big brother of that, the a6000 series, 6100 and up, those run up to like rank.
Right.
So about $800 to $1,000. So let's get into this though. Don't forget, if you haven't already, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. We're gonna be bringing a lot more equipment to you. We're gonna test it all out. You'll be able to see it in different settings. You'll be able to see it in a recording studio. You're gonna be able to see it in the photography studio.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be able to see a lot of stuff that's going on, and check out our other channel as well if you're interested in that. We have music there, we got reactions there, we got podcasts coming, we got so many things. We have our own
Is this not
music.
going on that channel?
What's that?
Is this going on the channel that you're talking about?
No, this will actually be on this channel, but they should still check out our other channel.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want to plug us?
We just have a bunch of channels. I don't know which one's what's going on.
We have so many things happening.
Yeah.
So many things. All right, you want to do the honors? You want to
Sure.
open?
It's got a little flippity-do.
Little flippity do.
And then let's see what we got here. Some more.
This box was in much better shape. We got the G7 and it made me really nervous.
So the box has some support so that it doesn't get all cattywampus in there. There's probably some stuff.
Cattywampus, my grandma's favorite.
Obviously. Okay.
That is a size, like I imagine this being smaller.
Yeah, I did too, but with the built-in
It does have a 60x zoom on it, which is crazy. 20 to, what does it say on there? 20 to 220? Is that right? No, 1200.
Yeah, 20 to 1200.
Wow.
That's gigantic. So when you get the 20 to 1200, like the big zooms like that, you do lose quality.
Yes.
Which I'm not, obviously there's not a battery or anything in here yet, but we'll see what happens with that. And
now again, the good news for this, and this is where the difference between an interchangeable lens camera is though, right?
Yes.
For our purposes, this is gonna be sitting about 6 feet, 7 feet above our heads. It'll be perfect for what we're doing it for. It's gonna be static. It could lose some of that though outside.
Yes.
So we'll definitely give you guys a check. Now, the one thing that I did notice about this, and again, for our purposes, it does not matter, but the other thing that is important with streaming cameras, I know for streamers, if you guys can see this does not have a reversible screen. So if you are recording and it's sitting out in front, you don't necessarily know what you're seeing. The a5100, we can actually see everything that we're doing right now, so I know that this is not in shot. We can also look at ourselves, right, with the G85 and the G7 had that as well. So that is the only thing, but again, $260.
But if you're streaming with it on OBS, you can see yourself on OBS.
Technically, if you have your OBS stream up, but some people only stream with one screen. You have to remember that. So it may be something that some people really, really like. If you don't need it, you don't need it. I know for a long time when we were streaming, we didn't have the camera screen up because it covered the screen, so we weren't using it. So, but it is something to note here.
And I do like to use, especially when it's like 5 feet away, I like to use the flip out screen as a reference point for me to look.
Right.
Because looking straight into a lens it's difficult for people.
Correct. And especially like when we're doing something like this, where you're checking with the ISO and like the lighting and stuff like that, it's a better picture of how it's actually going to look if you're looking through the screen on that.
Right. But at the price point,
again, it is a 4K camera. So let's take it out. I hope the battery has a charge in it. Should have probably enough to charge.
Cardboard supports.
Hey, you guys got cardboard in here, okay? That's important.
Cardboard supports.
That's half a cent worth of cardboard.
Some instructions, some more instructions. Don't need them. Smart guys.
Flip up flash on this one again.
Yep. All right. So it comes with the lanyard.
Lanyard. Free lanyard.
A lens cap.
Free lens cap.
Free lens cap. And hey, when you're transporting your cameras, put the lens cap on.
Lens cap on.
It's not going to be fine. Oh, it'll be fine. It's not going to be fine. One day you'll have a scratchy looking face and you'll be wondering why.
So we actually had a save the other day, not necessarily lens cap related, but we were recording the other night, and we have stuff everywhere in the studio right now. We're under construction. There's things everywhere, and the tripod fell over, and luckily we actually had the hood.
The hood on.
We had the lens hood on, which we're gonna have to buy another one now. But the lens hood saved the camera. It cracked the lens hood. The camera was fine, and
it took the shock. It said, "Ow!"
Yeah.
And then.
But anytime you can protect, like lenses are not cheap. So a lot of times they're more expensive.
Okay, so I will say, if you have other Lumix cameras, the battery that comes with this camera is not the same as the high-end Lumix cameras. It's a different battery.
Yeah.
than the higher end ones. So if you're looking to interchange batteries all the time, you're kind of SOL.
And now again, we're specifically looking at this camera more for a streaming standpoint and a vlogging standpoint, or then a vlogging standpoint. This probably would not be a good vlogging camera because again, it does not have a screen that would turn around. So specifically, we're using this for streaming or to be in a static position.
Well, I will say though that, I mean, the ISO's up pretty high, but where's that dang ISO button? There it is. So it's on auto. So if we go to 800, which is, okay, it didn't change, all good. Oh no, it did. Pretty sharp, I suppose.
I know that you guys can't see this, and we will get you some more footage down the road, but just initial impressions of it, I mean, again, wow.
Yeah, not mechanical zoom, what's it called? Digital zoom. Yeah. No, it is mechanical zoom.
Oh, it is?
But wow, okay. It really gets in there though.
So guys, what this camera is good for is
really getting in there.
Looking through your neighbor's windows.
I mean, that's not even a lie at this point.
Oh, wow. Well, I was like, what were you zoomed in on there?
Yeah, wow. Okay.
So the zoom is, we are definitely going to have to test this camera outside for you guys and see what we can do and how close we can get in and how clear it remains. Wow.
Okay. So what I will say, like, I don't know what it's going to output as, like when it saves and it goes on your computer, but the screen that comes with it is making it look like not what this Lumix is.
Correct.
It's not as HD as that Lumix, but it could be just a screen, we don't know yet.
Well, in all likelihood, I mean, again, you're looking at a $260 camera versus a $800, $900 camera, right? So the screen's probably going to be a little bit off, but very, very interesting. And again, I think for our purposes, I'm excited to see what it's going to look like when it is up and standing alone. I'm not certain how much a dummy battery will cost for this. Generally, they're between about $15 and $20 because again, we're going to want to run a dummy through it.
Yeah.
But $260, clean HDMI, decent quality of picture. Just from looking at it right now, we'll get some extra recordings of us later. I mean, for the streamer, sure. But for any other person, what would this be good for? Filming basketball games, like your kids' basketball games or football games, because the zoom's crazy. So you can get in there and get a, it's almost adjacent to a high-end camcorder. Yeah.
Yeah,
because you have just the one fixed lens there.
But it has mechanical zoom and not digital. And digital zoom with the camcorder is where you lose a lot of.
Right.
So this thing's gonna look the same when you're here as far as you can zoom. So that's one of the upsides to something like this instead of a camcorder.
So what we'll do, guys, is we're gonna have all the links and everything in the description below. So if you guys are interested in the camera, where we found the deals on them, whatever, we'll try to get those to you. But I'm very, very excited to test this out. Make sure, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you already haven't, so you can check out those videos. And we will do, specifically with this one, I really want to do an outdoor video and see how it looks. High light, low light, how far we can zoom in on things and still keep that the quality there.
I think the low light's going to be the issue.
I think the low light's probably going to be the issue on this one too. But again, with good lighting, right?
Yeah.
Again, in the StreamStudio, you're going to have generally some kind of key lights or something like that in front of you. You can have some accent lights behind you. You're probably going to be okay, and we'll work with some settings. But thank you guys. You got anything else? Is there anything else in there that we missed?
No, it was
pretty straightforward on this one, but again for $260,
we forgot the little string dealy.
Oh, yeah, I forgot the string dealy.
It comes with I'll put it on your side.
String dealy, guys.
Little string dealy.
There you go.
Don't forget about that.
Again, subscribe, hit the notification bell if you already haven't. Check out more of our stuff. Check out our other YouTube channel. Check out our music on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, all the places the music exists. We got a lot of stuff coming at you guys. We're gonna have new artists that we're working with. We have so many things.
Yes.
We really have a lot of projects.
Yeah, before we did this, I said I quit. It's overwhelming. So.
All right, guys, thank you so much. If nobody told you that they love you today, don't forget that we love you. You're appreciated. Always welcome here in this channel, and you are enough. And last, but certainly not least,
it was a great day to play.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you in the next video.
Bye.